What's up, fellow kings and queens? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a nice weekend. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope everyone's staying safe with this whole coronavirus pandemic bullshit. You know, I don't see it going away anytime soon, unfortunately. For all my subscribers, thank you guys so much for all your support. I love you guys so much for all your support. We needed to pick it up on Spotify and Apple a little bit, but on YouTube, we're at 960 subscribers. Yeah. Yay. Clap, yay. 960 subscribers. I love you guys for it, guys. I can't thank you enough for all the support you guys have been doing for us on YouTube. We gotta get a 40 more to get that 1,000. Let's get that 1,000. I never thought I'd get 960, let alone 1,000. So let's get 1,000. Now, one thing I want to say is to all my coworkers, my 6 coworkers from yesterday. Yesterday, 6 of my... We interrupt this podcast just to let you know if you would like a free Bad Habits Kingdom t-shirt, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and like a few videos and you will get yourself a free Bad Habit Kingdom t-shirts. All you have to do is like a video, is subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok, Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube. Stay tuned for the current podcast. Love you. Thank you so much for your support. I'm so happy that you guys were willing to do that for me. Thank you for so much for all the love. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably would have given this up a long time ago. 960 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. If you are subscribed to the channel and you would like a free, let me make that clear, a free Bad Habits Kingdom t-shirt, let me know. We will make it happen for you. I'll mail it to wherever I got to mail it to. I'll meet you up. Whatever we got to do, you will get your free Bad Habit Kingdom t-shirt. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Hit subscribe. It's free. It's free, my babies. It's free. All you got to do is hit subscribe. It's free. You know how they say there's nothing in this world for free? No. Subscribing to Bad Habits Kingdom is. And following us on Spotify is. TikTok. It's all free. Free. Done. And you get a free t-shirt. That's it, my babies. So, tonight's episode is going to be about football. The Tennessee Titans. I am going to be talking about something that's been making me upset for a little while. The disappointment of former first round draft pick, Isaiah Wilson. Now, a lot of you that are subscribed, well, I know some of you at least that are subscribed, you guys don't watch football, you don't know anything about it, so, but do me a favor, keep watching the video anyway. That's how entertaining it is. You definitely would like to hear this. Work ethic is a big factor in it. The Tennessee Titans is my favorite football team. I really love John Robinson as the general manager. I really love Mike Vrabel as our head coach. A little upset that Arthur Smith is gone, but it's okay. So, the year 2019, the Tennessee Titans went 9-7 in the regular season. That's, winning season, but it's not great. 9-7 is not great. But they were able to get into the playoffs. They go to New England. Chances of them beating New England Patriots in the playoffs in Foxborough were very, very slim. But Tom Brady's last game as a Patriot, the Tennessee Titans stopped him and beat him. That was a huge shock. Huge. To a lot of people. Patriots were the Super Bowl champs the year before. They were going to defend their title. Tennessee beat them. Couldn't believe it. Following week, we had to go to Baltimore. Baltimore only lost 2 games all season. I think they were giving us 10 points on the sports book. The odds were very, very slim. The Titans killed them. Destroyed them. Never seen the Titans look so good in a long time. The Ravens, during the regular season, they went for it on 4th and 1 8 times. And they got the first down on all 8 times. Now, they went for it 4 times during the Titans. They didn't get it 1 time. Hold on, guys. Luna, stop. No. Stop, Luna. Just trying to get the headphones I have set up for my guests. No, it's not funny. Sorry about that. When she's not in the video, she gets mad and pulls on everything. See, there, you're on the video. There you go. You happy now? Now, Titans looked like amazing. They looked like the best team. They actually went to the AFC Championship. Couldn't believe it. I was so excited. We were up 17-7 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Looking good. We beat the Chiefs in the regular season. In week 10, we blocked the field goal to win the game. We're in the AFC Championship. For some reason, every time we played the Chiefs in the playoffs, we won. Unfortunately, we lose. Chiefs, the Titans forgot to tackle. They forgot to they didn't know how to tackle that game or something. Unfortunately, the Chiefs went on to win the Super Bowl. Now, 2020, the Titans have 22 free agents. You know, they finally get a great team. They finally get it together. They go through the playoffs beating the best teams in the league. They go to the AFC Championship. I'm thinking they're coming back. They're going to re-sign a bunch of guys. They're going to come back. Pooh, going to be dynamite, right? Well, first thing we lost was Logan Ryan. Even though they said they were in talks with him, they never was. Which really upsets me because Logan Ryan was a great defensive back. He was a big asset to that defense. He did an amazing job in a contract season. I mean, I really was hoping they would re-sign Logan Ryan. Of course, they didn't. He ends up going to the Giants. And from what I've been told, is Logan Ryan actually wanted to return to the Titans. He actually contacted the Titans and said, look, I want to keep this thing going. Just pay me the same amount you've been paying me, and we're all good. Titans signed Logan Ryan to a 3-year, $30 million deal. They were giving him $10 million a year. So he just wanted the $10 million that he's been getting paid the whole time, right? Tennessee didn't feel the same way, even though that he had a great year and great many years. Like I said, he was a big asset to our defense. And of course, he went to the Giants, signed a 1-year deal worth $7.5. The Giants saw what they had and ended up giving him an extension for, I believe it was like the $35 million contract. Okay. Resign Ryan Tannehill. Now, there was rumors going around that Tom Brady was going to end up with the Tennessee Titans. Now, me personally, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if Tom Brady would have became a Titan, I would have been all for it, you know. I mean, you got the GOAT, pretty much. You know, you got the best quarterback to ever play the game on your team. I mean, that would have been awesome. But I was really hoping for Tannehill. I think Tannehill was a great quarterback. I think in Miami, he just didn't have the right weapons. I think he fit into our system. He proved himself. He had a great year with us. I always liked Marcus Mariota, but unfortunately it didn't work out with him. But Ryan Tannehill came in, took advantage of the opportunity. He has a history of getting hurt, but let's keep him. Let's finally have a quarterback. The Titans haven't had a steady quarterback since Steve McNair. That's how long it's been, So they did finally, they signed Ryan Tannehill to an extension, a future contract. 4-year, $118 million deal. Now, that was a little extreme to me. I was like, whoa, $118 million? I don't know if he was worth that much, but, he's my quarterback. I'm going to support him. It was $60 million guaranteed and $90 million in total guarantees. So I never heard of total guarantees. I don't know what that means, but I don't know contracts or anything. So unfortunately, I don't know. Now, Derrick Henry, best running back in the league by far. I don't think I've ever seen a player that said they want to stay with the Titans. At least a dynamite player that said, I want to stay here. Derrick Henry made it very clear he wants to stay with the Titans. He even said it on the podcast, Bussin' with the Boys. Now, Bussin' with the Boys podcast is probably my favorite podcast. It's got tennis. It's not because it has Titan players on it. It's just a great podcast, really. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's called Bussin' with the Boys. He was on that podcast with Taylor Lewan and Will Compton, and Taylor Lewan asked him, so you've been pretty open about wanting to return to the Titans? And Derrick Henry said, yeah, very, very open about it. You know, he really wants to be a Titan. They franchise tag him. Okay, cool. They have a year to work on his deal. They ended up signing him for 4 years, $50 million. I really think Derrick could have gotten a lot more somewhere else, and I think he knew that. I think that he really wanted to stay with the Titans because he's loyal and to go win a Super Bowl. He didn't care about the success he had in 2019. He was breaking all sorts of running back playoff records. He didn't care. He wasn't talking about that. Hold on, Luna's crawling under the table. Stop. No, Luna. Whew. Sorry about that. He was just talking about going to the Super Bowl and talking about his team. You know, a great teammate by far. Great player to have, great teammate to have. Luna, hold on, guys. She's getting into the cords and stuff. Come on, baby, please. Let me do this video. Come on, honey. Come on. Go watch your movie. Come on. Sorry. I'm going to do the podcast without her. She gets a little upset. Wants to do them with me. All right, so where was I? So, you know, he's a great player, great teammate by far. And I was really happy that he wanted to stay with the Titans. Jack Conklin. He was our offensive lineman, right tackle. You know, we really needed to keep him with the Titans. I don't know why exactly, but the Titans wouldn't pick up his fifth-year option. I don't get it. But I don't know the business. And I know they told him that they wouldn't be able to afford him, and which of course they didn't. He ends up going to Cleveland, signed in, I believe, a $30 million contract. Titans didn't have that, so now we need a right tackle. Draft is coming. They didn't pick anyone up. They did. They gave Dennis Kelly an extension, signed him, who was a great offensive lineman. Great. You know, he could play guard, right tackle, left tackle, right guard, left guard. He could probably even play center. Honestly, we picked him up from the Eagles on a trade a few years ago with David Green Beckham, DGB, that was his name, who he drafted, who was supposed to be a phenomenal dynamite receiver who turned out to be a bust. You know, I don't even think he's in the league anymore. Traded him to the Eagles for Dennis Kelly. Turned out to be an amazing trade. He did a lot of great things for us. So we ended up drafting right tackle from Georgia, Isaiah Wilson. Now, I didn't know much about Isaiah Wilson. Didn't know much about him at all. I know that he was a beast. The guy's like 6'8", 345 pounds, you know. So I thought, fuck, that's awesome. You know, that's an awesome offensive lineman. He's going to destroy people. Derrick Henry's going to have 5,000 rushing yards. You know, him, Taylor Lewan, Dennis Kelly, Nate, Roger Saffold, Ben Jones. Like, that's a nice offensive line room just by them. Honestly, I was really excited. Draft him in the first round. And one word that I say about Isaiah Wilson: a disappointment. I don't say bust, even though he is. There's a lot of NFL draft busts. He is by far the number one bust. Nobody was a worse bust than he was. People say Jamarcus Russell, worst NFL draft bust of all time. Jamarcus Russell played many games. Played for a couple years. Johnny Manziel, another one. Big time bust. Johnny Manziel played a couple games. Mini games. I mean, Ryan Leaf was in the league for a few years. Isaiah Wilson was the number one round. It was a first round draft pick. Played 3 NFL snaps for 2 teams. That's it. 2 of those snaps were kneel downs. Disappointment. That is why this is the disappointment of Isaiah Wilson. Isaiah was a redshirt sophomore. Went to Georgia. Heard he was good. Don't know much about him, like I said. Isaiah Wilson was from Brooklyn, New York. Lived in the city. Had brothers and sisters. Big family. Even on draft night, when Isaiah gets drafted, the camera's on him. His girl, wife, whatever, goes in. His girlfriend goes to give him hugs and kisses because she's proud of him, happy for him. Isaiah Wilson's mother pulls her off on national television. Millions of people watching. She pulls her off him. So the family already looks unstable. Huh? You do that when millions of people are watching? You embarrass her like that? Me personally, now I'm just assuming here. I don't have any information. I'm not confirming anything or anything like that. But I believe that the mother and the girlfriend had issues before. I think there has been and always will be some conflict there. And I do believe Isaiah and her are no longer together. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to explain why in a few minutes. Now, you do that on national television. Millions of people. It's actually a funny video when you watch it. I mean, family already looks unstable. Isaiah Wilson has some big mental issues. Okay? Now, he signs his contract 4-year. I can't tell you the exact amount. I think it's $17 million. $11 million signing bonus. When you get an $11 million signing bonus, you get the check right then and there. Right when you sign your name on that paper, they handed him $11 million. This is a young kid who should have stayed in college a little bit longer. The reason why I'd say that, yes, I understand. If you have the opportunity to go pro, you need to go pro. You only have so many years to make as much money as possible in the NFL. You only have so many number of years of football on you. But he didn't have the discipline. He didn't have the intelligence on how to control his money. He got $11 million. He never had anything like that before in his life. So what does he do? I watched him on Bussin' with the Boys. He was on one of the episodes. I was excited. He looked good. He looked like he was ready to play. He looked decided. He said even the day he got drafted, he was playing Madden with the Titans. Seemed like a dream come true. Perfect fit, Got out of that city in New York. You're in, a nice roomy area in Nashville. Number 1 draft pick. You're 22, 23 years old. 22. Got your whole life to make millions of dollars ahead of you. This guy, it turns up late his first day. First day on the job. He's late. He says that he was T-boned. It wasn't his fault. Then he changed the story that he was actually making a left turn and a car ran right into him. The car was not totaled. Didn't have any dents. Didn't have any scratches. Titans just said, okay, just be careful next time. But they knew that was a lie. They knew. And they remember it. COVID, of course, is building up at this time. This is last year. The Titans and the NFL has a rule. You can't go to big events. Can't go to where there's a lot of people with the protocols and the coronavirus and all. He goes to a college party. Really? One thing about the NFL, it's not the NBA. When you're in the NFL, they don't like controversy. They don't like drama. They don't like that kind of shit. If you're in the NFL, you need to be a professional 24/7 until you retire, and probably even after that. They don't fuck around the NFL. This whole thing with Deshaun Watson, I'm surprised Texans haven't dropped him and any team picked him up. Really. The NFL doesn't fuck around. They don't like that kind of shit. Moving on. So, Titans have to put him on the COVID-19 list. He was exposed to a bunch of people. Even at the party, he was about to jump off a balcony to run from the police. You're a professional football player. You just got drafted in the first round of the 2020 NFL draft. You just got an $11 million signing bonus. Your whole life is changing for the greatness. You're getting paid a lot of money to play football. And you're doing the dumbest fucking shit. Next thing you know, he's not reporting to practice. Not memorizing, not studying, not going to meetings. Ends up in getting pulled over for DUI. Goes to jail. Mind you, this is all within a matter of weeks. Not months. Weeks. Days. Goes to jail for DUI. The Titans are like, hey, that's when they realize there's something wrong with the kid. He's got something going on. They don't know if he has a drinking problem. They don't know if he can just handle in the big money. Let me check on Luna. I'm sorry. They don't know. But they offered the kid some help. Like, look, we have someone that can help you. Sit with you, talk to you. He refuses, of course. Doesn't want any help. He's fine. Then he posts a picture on Instagram saying he's depressed, he's done. Like, it seemed like it was really something wrong with the kid. I'm alone now. Blah, blah, blah. The kid obviously had some mentally issues that he was dealing with. I don't know if it was he had a lot going on at one time, he didn't know how to handle things, or what, but he obviously had a lot of mental issues going on, which all of us do at some point in life. He just happened to get it at the wrong time, unfortunately for him. Then he gets arrested again. Titans are like, this is just crazy, but they're still giving the kid a shot. The Titans end up playing the regular season without him. He played 3 plays. 2 of them were kneel downs. The other one was on a special teams play. He was blocking he was on the offensive line to, protect a field goal kick. And he also got smashed in that play. The defender fucking ran right through him. So as big as you are and strong as you are, obviously, he has some, he needed to work on his game for sure. John Robinson, general manager of the Tennessee Titans. Love him. When he brought in Logan Ryan, Malcolm Butler, Kenny Vaccaro, I thought, man, we got a dynamite defensive back. I'm going to get to that in a second. Hold on. But he really made a mistake with this one. He really made a mistake with Vic Beasley last year, giving him $9 million. But I think Isaiah Wilson was his biggest disappointment. So he tells the media when they ask him what's going on with Isaiah Wilson's future. He said if Isaiah Wilson wants to play professional football, he needs to act like a professional. He needs to get whatever he needs to get to fix it, get it together. We're willing to help him. But if he wants to play professional football, he needs to get it together first. About a day or two later, Isaiah Wilson actually has the balls to tweet out that he wants to be released or traded from the Titans. He will never play another down as a member of the Tennessee Titans. I don't think the Titans cared a whole lot. I think they knew what he was by this point. You know, he's just a mental case that they can't deal with. And pretty much they're just accepting the facts. But they did, spend a first round pick on him. Unfortunately, they didn't get anywhere near that, but they ended up trading Isaiah Wilson to the Miami Dolphins for a 7th round draft pick. It's basically just giving him away. That's all it is. And he goes to Miami. He shows up late. His first day. Shows up late to do his physical or whatever it was. Then he commits to going to the training room to train, to go to the gym for a few days. He commits to being there to do meetings and train and everything like that. He's nowhere to be found. Oh, wait. He is found on Instagram on top of a car with no shirt on, dancing. He didn't report when he was supposed to. He didn't keep his word when he was supposed to. Miami, I think, had him for 1 week and they released him. They said, we're done with this kid. They even offered him help. He refused it. Next thing you know, it's all over the internet. Isaiah Wilson is in a car driving down the street with a girl next to him who was not the girl from the draft. So, of course, he broke up with her. Right when he got that big money, now he's getting all these. I'm not saying his original girlfriend was ugly. I'm just saying now he's getting model-looking girlfriends. And I think in his mind it's because of who he's that good-looking or something. Money has a lot to do with that, especially $11 million. High-speed chase. He was up to 148 miles an hour. The cops actually called off the chase because it was so bad. It was so bad of a chase, so dangerous, that they called off the chase. They told him to back off. They were going 148 miles an hour. There's a lot of cars don't even go that fast. There's certain cars that can't even get up that fast. Isaiah Wilson was released by the Miami Dolphins. Ends up in jail again. And the only reason why he got caught is because he lost control and wrecked the car. None of them were hurt, which is fucking amazing. Unbelievable. Going 140 miles an hour, you wreck the car and nobody's hurt. Or dead. Surprisingly. I really hope the kid gets his shit organized. But one thing about the NFL is, once you fuck up, you fuck up. You got that mark on you, that's it. You got that label on you, especially when you're a rookie. They don't want that kind of trouble. They know that these other guys over here are going to bust their ass every day, show up to work on time, show up to training rooms all the time, bust their ass, work, do whatever they got to do. Why would they try to get him to do it? He's not a dynamite offensive lineman. Isaiah Wilson, the disappointment. It's a young man who had a future for him, his family, his mother. He could have changed a lot of lives, helped a lot of people, including himself. And there's some people that just want the lifestyle. I don't think Isaiah Wilson loved football. I think he saw that he was good at it, had the ability to do it, knew that he was going to get a bunch of money by doing it if he stuck with it. So that's what he did. He's ruining his life every day. Just drinking nonstop, partying nonstop, smoking marijuana out of vape pens nonstop. That money's going to run out. That money is just not going to be there forever. And then that's when he will realize what he did. Once he stops drinking and partying, sits down, looks around, and realizes everything he had to everything he lost. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. John Robinson admits he made a mistake with Isaiah Wilson. Mike Vrabel, same thing. Now, what I'm worried about is what they're going to do this draft. Because this year, this offseason, I don't know what they have been doing. They release Dennis Kelly, who's been a star offensive lineman for us for years. They release Kenny Vaccaro. They release Malcolm Butler. They release Adoree Jackson. They don't re-sign Corey Davis. They don't re-sign Jonnu Smith. All those players that I named are more key players. They are dynamite players for our team. They're all gone. I really like John Robinson. I do. He came in as general manager for us. We were 2-14. He helped turn us around. Same thing with Vrabel. I liked Vrabel a lot. Discipline is what the Tennessee Titans needed. Mike Vrabel is perfect for discipline. He said it when he got introduced as a head coach. This team needs discipline. Because they were being in the middle of a game and then have offsides or fucking fumbles and stuff like that. They needed to be more disciplined. Mike Vrabel made that happen. Great head coach. Great coach. I don't know what's the future for Isaiah Wilson, but I don't think it's NFL. I think his NFL career is over. And if it is, he will go down as number one as the worst NFL draft bust of all time. Everyone focuses on quarterbacks. Like I said, Jamarcus Russell, Ryan Leaf, Johnny Manziel. No matter what, I mean, you don't, just because you're not a quarterback doesn't not make you a bust. So that's it. The disappointment, Isaiah Wilson. I hope he gets his shit together. I hope he finds peace and a good team to work with and a coach to treat him like literally like a son. I hope. Do I think it will happen? No. Nope. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys again for all your support. Sorry about Luna in the background screaming. I do gotta get her. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe. The next video I will be going into more details about my addiction that I had. The last video I did called The Addict, I had a lot of great reviews on that on Twitter. I had a lot of people hit me up about it. And I really wanted to go into details about my addiction on that video, but I ended up just going about where I first started drugs and, bad habits, of course, that I had. And then when I got into my addiction, I just showed you like things that explain things that I did, but I didn't get into real good details. The next video I do this week, it will probably, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, the next day, I will be getting more details about it. So stay tuned. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and if you would like your own free Bad Habit Kingdom t-shirt, let me know. We'll make it happen. You guys have a good night, and tune in.